straight pipe N55 is too loud to daily drones. It sounds good on a cold start or when you're giving it a good rip and a rev, but just driving for 30 minutes going, not gonna cut it. Oh, check this out. It's a turbo snail. Ugh. Anyway, let's throw a muffler on it. So here's what we're currently working with. Good old welded straighty pipey. Here's what's going in. I mean, this is not a big muffler, but I'm hoping mostly for better results with steady state driving and drone. This muffler was recommended by some people on YouTube. It's cheaper, Rev 9. I think it was like 400 bucks. There are highly recommended AWE catback muffler systems, but that thing's like 1,400 bucks. I will give this a shot. I'm sure it'll help with the drone, but I'll let you know. Let's install this bad boy. First order of operations, let's take off these cool little M tips. Just a 10mm socket. Nice and crusty. This catback exhaust comes with its own tips, and they have little carbon fiber covers, but I definitely think the M ones are much cooler. We'll probably retain those. Nice. Next up, got to figure out where we're cutting this, at what exact point. I believe it's like right here, and it's also more of a straight cut because the muffler lives here and then it has a slight bend up to this point. Luckily, the muffler comes with a nice clamp, so if you ever want to go back to straight pipe, you can. What I will do is use one of these digital calipers, precise measuring devices to see exactly how thick our pipe is. Technically, it's supposed to be 3 inches exactly. 79.69 millimeters, 3.13 inches, 3.13. Let's go measure the muffler. The muffler is exactly that. All right. This muffler is actually quite light, which is good. And we can do a quick, nice and quick mock-up of where the hangers will be located. So from my estimate, the hangers can be extended slightly, which is what we need in order to have these tips pop out far enough. And according to this, let's see. According to this, we can see where we need to cut our pipe. Delicious rusty pipe coming in my mouth. I'm just gonna mock up a little scratch on the existing. Sounds great. Muffled. Ugh. Whew. To start, you definitely want a metal type bandsaw or cutting saw. All right. I'm also trying to understand the bend. The pipe's not perfectly straight. It's aimed slightly out that way. And I can see that one matches it, which is good. It means I can cut straight across on this pipe. We're just gonna start her off here, and then we're gonna grab the power tool. Okay. Yeah. Quite stinky. Let's do this. I got the power. Come on, baby. Do it right. Nice collection of water, vapor. Come on. Come on. Seriously? I'm gonna have to persuade it. The art of persuasion. Hacked it off. I'm gonna make it a little prettier once I pull off this piece. There are two 13mm nuts up here holding these exhaust hangers. Also, always wear protection. There was shavings flying everywhere. Metal flakes and dust. Stardust. All right, kind of loosen those and definitely support this thing up. Don't want it to bonk you in the head. One nut successfully off, almost got bonked in the head. You know, the beauty of working on cars. For the love of the trade. Just made that up. All right, just coming down. Boop. Straight piping out of here. Ugh, gross. This kind of stuff coming out of it. I got under the car, mocked this thing up. It's gonna fit pretty good. Here's that pipe just hanging out loose. But I realized these exhaust hanger rubbers are not gonna come off unless I cut this, and I don't know if they're gonna do real great. Let me see if I can find some replacements. Go to jump by the auto store or something. Well, I've spared you kind of the boring back and forth with getting some hangers mucked up just for the initial go. These pipes are set back a little bit, but I think if you mount the tips on the ends, they will still hang on pretty well. We'll make sure they're tight and don't fly off. And now, let's get that clamp cranked down. I think it's also a 12 or 13 mil socket. And we're gonna do a first start with the muffler. Exciting. I guess before we go about figuring out how high to make the exhaust and all the details, I wanna at least start it and see what it sounds like. So let's do that. Alrighty, a little manipulation here and there with the rubber exhaust hangers, and we have the whole exhaust lifted up a little higher. I'm excited for a test drive, but first I want to slap on these tips. My original M tips, I think they had to be crushed in a little bit to fit the previous pipes, and so I'll use these for now. No big deal. I'm sure they'll work fine for what they're intended to do. There's that one and this one. Trying to see how far to slip these in. Let's do that. Good. Oh wow, these are 14 mil. Here we are a day later. I've test driven the car, sounds great, but my exhaust hangers were only temporary. I looked up BMW exhaust hangers, they don't really sell those, but I found these. They come like this, they sell them all over, and so what I'm able to do is bend this portion, so when I bolt it up underneath the hanger, I have the rubber adjustable grommets. I can put on these and then we can adjust the perfect right height. Because I feel like the way the exhaust is put together, you can almost see that the right side is hanging a little bit lower. So I'm gonna get it all straight and get back to you. Let's bend the other one like this with the vise. Here's what we're working with now. From a quick point of view, this looks a little more straight. And I can show you how I've rigged this up in case you're doing this as well with your car. Those hangers I just showed you, here's how I bolted them up to the original spot. I bent them hooks in all the way. Then I use these triple prong or whatever, triple adjustable rubber hangers and put it into the very top one. All of this is adjustable, right? But I'm trying to match both sides as best as possible so that it's just a one and done. I might have to adjust a little bit. Let me throw on the tips and we'll see if these are still coming out nice and straight. But it's pretty good. Okay, after adjusting the hangers even slightly higher, here's where we ended up. I think this will be good for now. With time, as the car heat cycles, I'll have to re-snug everything, but overall this looks pretty good.
adjust the tailpipes, maybe that one a little out or that one in.
The exhaust now drones way less when I'm highway and freeway driving. Thanks for watching.